Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial. In this video I'm going to teach you how you can download and install SQL Server 2017. I'm using Windows 10 and I want to download and install SQL Server 2017. So let's get started to download and install SQL Server 2017. The first step, you need to open your favorite browser and search on the browser SQL Server 2016 download. Sorry, I need to write the 17. No problem. Okay, you need to click on the first link has appeared on the Google with the name of microsoft.com/en SQL Server 2017. In this page you are able to see many links and many other features available. You need to click on just download. In this page you are able to see three options, three links available: the free trial evaluation, developer edition, express edition. So I want to download the developer editions 2007 SQL Server. So I just click on the download now and select the location or path. I want to select the location or path, for example desktop. Start. Then you are able to see the setup will appear on my desktop. Then we will be able to run the setup of SQL Server. Okay, so I close it and go to desktop. Okay, you can see it. Double click on it and click to yes. You need to wait a couple of seconds to display the three options like basic, custom and also download video. So I select the download media because I want to download the SQL Server 2017. So I select the download media. In this page you are able to see language and which package would you like to download. The first package is .iso file and second is compressed media.exe file. So I want to download that ISO file or KB. Do you want to download anyone as you like? But I select the ISO file and select the location or path as you want to download the SQL Server setup, right? And click to just download. But I don't need to download it because I have already downloaded the SQL Server setup. I go to my D drive, backup and SQL Server. Yeah, this is my setup. So I just double click on it and then you need to extract the setup. Yes, you need to select the location or path as you want to extract the setup. For example, I browse the location and select the desktop. Okay, and click to OK. Then we will be able to see this folder will appear on the desktop. Okay, so I just double click on it. After extracting the setup, then you will be able to see this folder. In this folder you will be able to see the setup of the SQL Server like this. You need to double click on it and click to yes. You need to wait a couple of seconds to display the installation process will appear on my screen like this. Now in this page you are able to see, guys, more than 4 options like new SQL Server, install SQL Server Management Tool, install SQL Server Data Tool, and upgrade the SQL Server. If you have any previous version, you can use upgrade from previous version. Otherwise you need to select the first link and then wait a couple of seconds, guys. Now you need to wait a couple of seconds to get the information, updates, etc. Then you will be able to see the many features will appear on your screen. Okay, now click to next and then wait a couple of seconds. Now those options will basically get from internet, which version you will be download or you will be install. Right now, guys, you can see here the firewall option error has appeared, but don't worry, you need to select click to next button. Now in this page you are able to see perform a new installation of SQL Server. If you have already installation or existing name, you need to select another name, but I want to install new, so I select the perform a new installation and click to next. I accept and next, and then you need to select the location or path as you want to install the SQL Server. The default location or path is C program files Microsoft SQL Server. Do you want to change it? You can just click on dot signs and select the location or path as you want to download, install SQL Server. I close it and click to next, and then you need to wait a couple of seconds. Then you will be able to see many other options like this option. Don't change anything else, just click to okay. Now do you want to change the name? You can do it, but I don't change the name. Okay, click to next. Now finally few steps will be required, then we will be able to see the SQL Server installation or running. Now don't change anything else, just click next. In this page you are able to see the password. If you want to enter the password, then you will be able to enter the password after installation of SQL Server. Yeah, you can see it, the Windows authentication mode and then Windows mode. Do you want to enter the password after login the SQL Server? So you need to enter the password and confirm password, but I prefer you need to enter, select the Windows authentication mode. Then you will be able to perform the operations like create another user and assign the role and also assign the password, right? Click to Windows authentication mode and click to next. Install only just to write the install, okay, and accept, and then you need to wait a couple of seconds, guys. Okay, next. Now installation is processed. You need to wait a couple of minutes. It will take a minimum 10 to 15 minutes. Then you will be able to see the SQL Server installation will be completed. Now guys, wait a couple of seconds. So I pause the video, then I will teach you how you can do that. Okay, now guys, once the installation has been run, then you need to close the setup, and then you need to download and install SQL Server Management Tool, which will use to run the SQL Server queries. So you need to click on it, and then you will be able to see the download option appeared on this page. Just a minute, couple of seconds. Now guys, you can see here, download SQL Server Management Studio 70.4. okay, click on it, and then you are able to see the size of the SQL Server Management Studio and select the location or path and click to download. But I don't need it because I have already downloaded. I go to my SQL Server version, and this is a SSM setup. You need to double click on it and then wait a couple of seconds to load the setup, and then you will be able to run the SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so you need to click yes, and then wait a couple of seconds. Guys, that's very simple process to download and install SQL Server. Okay, now wait, click to install. Now it will take a few minutes. It depends on your internet speed. So when I install it, so it will take a minimum 10 minutes to 20 minutes. So I pause the video, then I will come back then I will teach you how you can do that the next step. Now guys, once the installation has been completed, then you need to restart your computer. So I just click to restart, then I will teach you how you can open the SQL Server Management Studio. Now guys, once the computer has been restarted, then you need to search on the search box SSM. Now guys, you can see here Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio 17 available under the drop down or search box. You need to just click on it, and then you need to wait a couple of seconds to open the SQL Server. Now guys, just a minute. Okay, now Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio v70.2 2017 Microsoft, and then you will be able to use Microsoft SQL Server like this. Okay, just click to browse database engine, select the username and just click connect. Okay, now guys, select the query, and then you will be able to use the queries to store the data in the database, right guys? The all about. Okay, now I just write the query create database tutorials. Now guys, you can see here database name is already exist, tutorial. Okay, select. Now that's it. Use tutorial database, select and use. Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel for getting updates. Have a nice day. Hello guys, welcome back in SQL Server course. First of all, we know what is SQL Server. Basically, SQL stands for Structured Query Language. This is a database, right? This is the database. It will store the data in your web application and also desktop application. You must know how does work it. It is very important to make make an application like a desktop or web or any other application. You must know how does work it in database. So guys, this is our SQL Server SQL Server Management Studio, which used to write the code and also write the queries and store the data. Before working on SQL Server Management Studio, we must know how does work it. So I go to my MS Word file, right? This is MS Word file. The database working process is columns and table wise. Now you can see here those are our columns and those are our rows. Okay, this is our main column. I have written ID and also data type, which data type is stored in this column. I used basically int. It means I'm able to store the numeric value in this column. I can't store the basically string value, something like this. Okay, this is a basically string value and those are numeric value. Now the second column name is name, and I used type of the column varchar, and also another data type used to store the string type value, namely n varchar. So this column store string value. String value means your name, text, just to write text. What is different between numerical and text value? I will tell you. For example, you have made the column plus, right? And you have stored the value in the plus column 2, numeric 2. This is a basically integer column, okay? 2, and also you have stored 2 value, right? 2 and 2, and you want to calculate them with store the calculation in your application or display the calculation with your application or many other page, so you can do that, right? Because this is the integer column, it means you are able to perform the operations like insert, addition, subtraction, percentage, modulus. You can perform the different type of operation on the integer column, but I use same column name. I basically just example, I write the plus second column name and I write the varchar data type. I'm able to store the same values like 2 and 2, 2 and 2, but I can't perform the operations like multiplication, division, subtraction, modulus. I can't do that. Why? Because those values are string type. String type, it means characters, just a text which used to display the basically on the application, right? This is a basically different between varchar and varchar, integer and varchar, right? Now another thing is I want to delete the record from my database table. This is a basically database table, right? I want to remove the, for example, this record. So in the database system you must now select the whole record. Without selecting the whole record, without the complete row, you can't delete the single record, you can't delete the single name. For example, I want to remove the blogger, it is not possible, okay? But I want to remove the blogger record, I can do that. I select the complete row with email, gender, contact and other things. I select it and I go to delete row. I can do that, right? In the same way available in the columns, I want to remove basically the column like this, I can do that, right? I want to include the another column, I can do that. I want to include another row, I can do that, right? This is a basically database working process. I will teach you on practically with SQL Server Management Studio, using SQL Server Management Studio with practically. So guys, I go to my SQL Server Management Studio application. In this application have basically two types. The first type is design mode, second type is query mode. But I will teach you query. Why? Because you must know which query used for which work, which query you use for different work. In the programming language side, you must know queries, because you will write the queries to insert the record, update the record, delete the record, search the record, and many other things. You must know the queries. Okay guys, so first of all we will create a database. First of all, I go to new query, this tab, and after clicking the new query, then you can see here this is our query section. But before writing the queries, we must know the object explorer and also the database. This time the default databases are master, model, MSDB, temp, DB. You can select anyone to store the data, but mostly developers or programmers using creating a personal database and store the data in the personal database. Okay, those are default database. After installing the basically guys, SQL Server, those are automatically installed in your SQL Server Management Studio. And the right side, left side, I click on the database, and those are basically system databases. Now you can see it, and I click on the plus sign, then you can see a table, folder, views, synonyms, programmability, service profile, storage, and security options available. I click on the table, and those are default table available in the database. Don't worry, I will teach you everything you need to know in the SQL Server. Okay, don't focus on the more than features, just focus on the queries and just remember the queries. Okay, so first of all, we will create a database. So guys, I write the basically command create database. This is a command, right? And I want to create my personal or my own database. So you need to write the create keyword and write the database. I want to create a database, so you must write the create a database and enter your personal database name. You can write any name as you like. I want to use SQL. This is a query. I can't make the SQL database. I use SQL data. This is my database. Okay, I want to run this query. So first of all, you need to select the query and click to execute. Another thing is you can press F5 button in the keyboard. This query will automatically run after pressing the keyboard button. Okay, I click on execute. Command completed successfully. Right now I go to my database drop down. Now you can see the database available, our database available. Okay, now there are two ways to select your own database. I want to select the SQL database, SQL data, this database. First of all, I click on the SQL data, then I am able to store the value in the SQL data. This is our database, right? But I want to use query to select this database, right? This time master database has been selected, but I want to select the SQL data, so I need to write I need to write the use keyword and your database name. Select query and press F5 button. Right, this is your database has been selected, and then you are able to store the value in this database. Right, this is a very simple process to make a database and use the database. Right now, another thing is I want to create a table to store the value. Without table you can't store the value, right? So first step has been completed, our database has been created, and now the second step is I used my personal own database SQL data. The third step is I want to create a table, create a table to store the values. Okay, I just hide this section because the whole query section is great, looking so great, right guys? So first of all, you must write the create keyword, and in the above section I have used database. It means I want to make create a database, and in this time I want to create a table, so I use same keyword create and the another word, namely table. You need to write the table and enter any name. I write the employees. This is my table name, right? And you need to write the parentheses, but I can use this process, but it is not good for me because I want to use this process. No difference between the using strength queries and also this process, and this way. Okay, just one minute. First of all, I want to create columns. I want to decide the column, how many columns I will create. So I use, for example, employee, and I do not write the space to create a column because it is not possible to write the space and create a column. You can use underscore sign or a sign or another sign to concatenate with another word. For example, I use employee ID. This is my column name, but I can't make a space to make this column. Okay, I need to write anyone sign like this underscore. It's great. Then you need to define the type, which type this column will store the value. For example, I use integer. It means this column will store integer value. And then I want to create another column, so I need to use comma, and then I need to use another column name, like I use name. Okay, I think name is keyword. Okay, it means any blue color has been appeared on the SQL Server system, then you must know this is a query. It is not possible to use them. Okay, so you must rewrite the another name, like I use name. I just write emp underscore name, and I want to assign the column, data type, so I use varchar. Varchar means string. This column will store string type value. And then the next is you need to write the parentheses. In the parentheses you need to define the values, how many values this column will store. I write the 50, right? And I use same comma, and then I use employee designation, which same varchar, and type 50. Those are our columns, right? Those are our columns. In the last parenthesis, I don't need to write the space because I want to close this table. I do not make basically another column. So I want to display the whole query in this strength. Now you can see it, right? So you need to select the query and click to execute. This table has been stored in the SQL data database. Okay, for example, I go to Object Explorer and I go to databases and system database, sorry, my personal database. Refresh it just a minute. Now you can see it. I click on database. This is our database, namely SQL data. I click on the plus sign and I go to tables. Now you can see it. This is a DBO.employees. DBO, this is a default extension after creating any table or any stored procedure or anything else in the database. The DBO extension or name will automatically include in your table name, stored procedure name, or views name, right? So this is our table, right? So this video I think very long, but I check it. Okay, no, I will teach you. Okay, this is our table, right? And this is our database, this is our table, but I want to store the value in this table. Okay, how I can do that? First of all, I write the command insert record in the table. I want to store the value in the table, right? So we need to write the insert query, right? This is the insert keyword, and then use n2. This is another keyword, and then you need to write the table name. My table name is employees, right? And then I need to use values. This is a keyword. Then you need to write the parentheses. Okay, parentheses. In the parentheses you need to assign the data on each column name. Each column you need to define the value. For example, I want to store the value in the employee ID column, so I define 1. I don't need it to use the single quotation or double quotation because this is an integer type column. Now the next is employee name. I want to store the second column name value in the second column, so I need to use comma, and this is a varchar type and also string type. You know, string, varchar, those are same, so I need to use single comma. Inside the single commas you need to write the any name, and you are able to write the space. For example, I write the programmer space blogger. I can do that. Why? Because this is a string type data. Now I want to store the another column data, so I need to use comma, single comma, and I use, for example, I use digital marketer. I select the query and click to execute. This is our record has been stored. Now you can see a message, 1 row affected. I want to display those record on here, so you need to write the simple display table record. You need to write the query select, and I want to display the whole columns which are available in the employee table, so I need to write the asterisk sign, and then you need to write the from keyword and then table name. Select the query and run the query. This is your first column name and the value is 1, and this is the second column is basically second column is EMP name and value is programmer digital marketer, and third column name is EMP designation, and this is a value. Those are basic ways to basically create a table and insert the value in the table and display the table on your message box or preview box. So this video is too long, so guys, in the next video I'm gonna teach you another thing. So thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In previous lecture we have discussed all about the basic queries like create a database table and store the value in the table, and also display the record in this message or result box. In this video I'm going to teach you another important things. The first thing is I want to store the record in the table using single query. This is a single record, right? I want to store the multiple record using single query. First of all, I write the command insert record in the table in the records using single query. Okay, I use same process, insert into employees table name and use values. Use same process, I want to store the number 2 and I use basically just I write the names, right? And designation is developer, and I just write I want to store the another record using single query. After the parenthesis I use basically another parenthesis. In this parenthesis I use basically number 3. You can write any name as you like, but I think I need to use comma. Okay, number 3, and I use Java, and then Java programmer. Okay, I just write the names, right guys? So I select the single query. You can use this process to store the multiple record using single query. For example, I want to store another record, so I use single, just write the comma and parenthesis, and you need to follow on the instructions like this. Okay, for PHP programmer, right? And this is a strength query. For example, I down it. I can do that. In the last parenthesis you don't need to write the space, I mean comma, right? In previous lecture I think I told you without space you can't run the query. Don't worry, you without comma in the last section you need to write the parenthesis. You don't need to write the comma, okay, in the last parenthesis. Now you can see it. I select the query and click to execute. Now you can see it, 3 record has been affected. It means the record, first I select the query and run the query, then you can see 4 record available in the database. This is a multiple, using single query to store the multiple records, something like this. This is the first way, right? Now then another thing is select statement. It is very important to display the record. This sign means you will see you can see the all record which available in the table, but I want to display the specific record, specific column record, so I need to use select and column name. For example, I use column name employee ID. I want to display the column name, right? So I need to use the column name from employee, right? Select it and run the query, right? This is our employee ID column data has been appeared in the result section. I want to display the basically select the static from employee emp. I think I check it, employee emp name. Okay, I want to display the emp name from employees. This is the table name, right? Select it. Okay, I don't need to write the static sign, just a minute. Okay, remove it from. Okay, this query is good. Okay, now you can see it. Another thing is I want to display the multiple columns using single query, so I need to use basically first I use run this query. I want to display the employee name and employee designation using single query without employee ID. So I use select emp underscore name space, and then you need to write the comma. Without using space you need to write the comma, and I use emp underscore designation from employee. This is our table. Select it, run the query. Now you can see here 2 records available in the result section. I mean 2 columns record, right? Now the next is where keyword. For example, I just need to select the query, and the query I want to display the specific ID record. I don't focus on the column, I just focus on the record. For example, I want to display the number 2 record in the employee table. So you need to write the select static from table name employees, then you need to write where keyword, right? Then the column name, my column name is employee ID. I want to display the number 3 record, so we need to write equal sign and ID name or record or column, I mean record number. Select it, run the query. 3 record. In the 3 position have a Java program. I want to basically I use select query again. I want to use same process, and I am able to use any one column. Like I want to display the C#, I use basically column name. This is a column name, and I use basically equal sign, and this is a string type column and string type data, so I need to use single comma and write the C#. Select it, run the query, right? This is a specific C# record. This is a display record using a column record using number, I mean I imply ID number, using specific data or record. You can use this process to display the record on your application, on your I think application. Okay, then the next process is we have successfully understood all about insert a record, I mean create a database, create a table, insert a record in the table, and insert a record using single query to store the multiple record. And we have successfully understood all about select keyword and also where keyword to display the record or search the record. Now the another thing is I want to add the column in the table. I want to include the another column in the table. This is a call. I just write the add new column in the table. First of all, you need to write the alter keyword table. This is also keyword, and then table name. I want to include or add new column. Okay, so you need to write alter table employee and add keyword and enter the column name. For example, I want to use country, and you need to assign the type and also range. That's it. Save the select the query and run the query. Alter table employees. Okay, this is the table name employees, so select it, run the query. Commands completed successfully. I select the query and run the query. Now you can see here country column has been appeared in the employee table, but the records are null. Okay, don't worry, I will teach you how you can update it. Now another thing is I want to update, I mean include the multiple columns in single query. So we need to use same process and use add keyword, and then I use, for example, employee name, designation, country. I use gender and type. Then I want to include another column, so I need to use comma and column name. For example, column name is hobbies. I just write the names. Okay, varchar 50. Select the query and run the query, and I use select query to display the record. Now you can see a country, gender and hobbies we have made using this query, right? This is a call addition in the table. Okay, now the next thing is I want to update the record. Update record in the table. Those are basically null columns, null values available in the 3 columns. I want to use update query to display the record on each columns like country, gender and hobbies. So first of all, you need to write the update keyword and table name. This is the update keyword, table name, and you need to write the set keyword and column name. The column name is country. First of all, I use country column, right? And then I just need to assign the value. I use equal sign, single quotation, country. I think country is C-O-U-N-T. Okay, country. I use, for example, UI. Select it, run the query. 4 row. Okay, I use select query. Okay, this is a one-time query. You can write anytime this query or another query. You can write anytime. I just call this query again and again because I want to display the record. Okay, now you can see guys, UAE, right? But I want to update the record in multiple columns. Okay, so I use update employees set. First of all, I use gender, this column name, and assign the value, for example, male. Okay, unknown. Okay, unknown. And I want to include the hobbies column values, so I use comma and I call the hobbies column and assign the value. For example, developing applications. Those are our hobbies. Select the query, run the query. 4 rows affected. I use select static from implies. This is a query, you know guys, right? Those are genders, unknown, and the last is developer application. Okay, now the next process is I want to update the record, specific record. I have used this query. Then you can see here the all records, all rows has been this country UAE has been stored in the all columns, all rows, but I want to display the UAE or any other country in the specific record. So I use update query, implies, same process, set. I use country, equal sign, and then basically UK. I call where keyword, right? And I just need to write the specific column name, employee ID, and assign the UK, for example 1. I want to display the number 1 country is UK, so I use update table name set basically the country name, column name and value, where keyword and column name like this, employee ID, and assign the ID number. Select the query, run the query, and I use query like this. Now you can see a UK. I want to update another record like 3. I call USA, select it, run the query, select the query and display the record. Now you can see a number 3. In the number 3 position the country is USA. I want to update the multiple record. I can do that. I use update employees set country, I just use which country I increase, China. Okay, China, and I use basically another basically column name. Just a minute guys. Okay, I think this is okay. I want to update the basically specific column record. So okay guys, just a minute. The whole process is same, just need to, I want to display the China country in the, for example, second column. So I target this another column data like C# or employee ID or gender or develop or hobbies. Okay, so I use the column name. First I use where keyword, and I use column name emp name, and I assign the C#. In this table have 1, 2, 3, 4 or 100 or 500 C# name values. Then I want to display the China country, but this time you can see I have only one C# record available in this table, right? So I select the query, run the query, and I select the query and run the query, right? C# China. This is a very simple process. Now the final step is, those are basic queries, you know guys, those are basic queries. Now another important thing is I want to delete the record in the table. Okay, so first of all you need to write the delete keyword. First I write the command guys, delete record. Don't focus on this query because this query is you know, to display the record or search the record in the table. So I want to delete the record. You need to write the delete query. Just a minute. Delete query, I mean delete word, and then you need to write the basically table name. Oh sorry, from, delete from. The table name is employee. I want to delete the basically record number 1. So we need to use where keyword and column name. I want to use column name employee ID and assign the value 1. Okay, I want to delete the number 1 record in the table, so I select the query and run the query, and I call the select, and now you can see a record has been deleted in the table. Right, this is the first way to delete the record using your first column. You can use this process to call the EMP, I mean second column name, and also text. For example, I use delete from employees where EMP underscore name. I want to delete the record Java. Okay, this is a second column name. Now you can see here you can use different ways to delete the record in the table. Select it, run the query, right, those records deleted in the table. Now the next process is, this is a record deletion, okay, in the table, but I want to delete the column. Okay, delete column. So first of all, you need to write the basically alter table, right, alter table, and then table name, and then drop keyword and column name. My column name is, I want to delete the hobbies column. Select it and run the query. Okay, this is the employee table, employees, select it, hobbies, what is this, hobbies, just a minute, alter table, employees, drop, okay, drop column, select it and run the query. Command completed successfully. Let's check it. Now the column has been deleted in the table. Okay, now the another thing is, I want to remove the all records which are available in the table. I use delete all records in the table. So you need to write the truncat, this is a keyword, and the table keyword and table name. Without the above columns, I want to remove the whole records. I think 2 and 4. Okay, so I select the query, run the query, and I select the query to display the record. Okay, nothing display on the table. This is a basically truncate keyword to delete the all record in the table. Now the final and last query is in the basic queries. I want to delete the complete table. Complete. I can't see the table after using this query. Okay, I will tell you. This query is, you just need to write the drop table, this is the keyword drop table keywords. I use employees, select it and run the query, and I use this statement. I can't see the employee table. Why? Because this table has been deleted. Now let's check it to database, SQL data table, and now you can see a table is available, but I refresh it. Okay, and tables, now you can see a no table available under the table folders. So this is a very simple queries, and this is a very short and simple video. In the next video I'm gonna teach you database, RDBMS and DBMS. So what is the difference between DBMS or DBMS? DBMS, I just tell you simple introduction all about DBMS and RDBMS. DBMS means database management system. DBMS or DBMS, this is a called database management system, and this is a called relational database management system. In the next video I'm going to teach you database management system, relational database management system. So thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm going to teach you what is DBMS and also what is RDBMS and difference between DBMS and also RDBMS. Then I will teach you basically, guys, practically what is different between a DBMS and also RDBMS. So just a simple introduction. What is DBMS? A database, the abbreviation is database management system, right? Database management system, we call DBMS, is a system software for creating and managing databases. The DBMS provides users and programmers with a semantic way to create, retrieve, update and manage data. This is very simple introduction to DBMS. Let's see the RDBMS. What is RDBMS? RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. RDBMS is the basic for SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and all for modern database system like Microsoft SQL, Structured Query Language Server, IBM DB2, Oracle, MySQL and Microsoft Access. A relational database management system, RDBMS, is a database management system, DBMS, that is based on the relational model. Difference between RDBMS, DBMS and also RDBMS. Key difference between DBMS and RDBMS. The key difference is that RDBMS, relational database system, now you can see applications stored data in a table from Y. DBMS application stored data and files. In RDBMS, the tables will have an identifier called primary key. Data will be stored in the form of the tables. This is very simple introduction. You can learn more article from Google, right? And this is a very simple introduction all about DBMS and RDBMS. Okay, let's see the practically work on DBMS and RDBMS. We have completed the basic queries like insert, update, delete, guys, right? So first of all, I write the command and call DBMS database management system. First of all, I call my database and I remove it because I don't need it, and I write the create a table, employee, and then parentheses, ID, int, name, emp name, varchar. Guys, this is the basic queries, I just tell you what is different between DBMS and RDBMS. So another column, I will write another column name EMP designation voucher. Select the query and run the query. Right, I want to insert the record in the table. Insert into employee values. First of all, we need to assign the ID, I mean enter the first column record. Okay, so I need to write the 1. You can enter any number. Now another is, for example, I write programmer C#. Right, this is the basic knowledge all about the DBMS, right? This is called DBMS. But in case I write the same query RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, right? This is the first basically different between DBMS and RDBMS. The first difference is I want to create a table, right? I write the basic query, I write the student, this is the student table, parenthesis. First of all, I write stid and then I use type of the column. Then this is called Relational Database Management System first step or first feature, primary key identity, right? After using primary key identity, then you don't need to enter the record in the first column. Why? Because the primary key identity will generate automatically number in your first column. You need to enter the another column record. For example, I write the comma and I write stname, type virtual, and then class. I think class. Okay, no, class is not good, but I write the stname, country, right? This is our another table. Select it, run the table. Okay, just a minute guys. Virtual, okay, select the query, run the query, and I copy it, paste here, select query, run the query. Okay, this is our table, this is table and those are columns. I want to insert the record in this table, so what I can do, I copy the insert query and paste here. I need to enter the 2 column record. I don't need to enter the 3rd column record. Why? Because I used primary key identity. After including the record in the employee table, I mean in student table, sorry, I copy the name and paste it, student table, then the numbers, I mean starting number is 1, will automatically generate. I will enter another record, then second number will automatically generate and assign the first column. Okay, let's see. I select the query and execute. Okay, I select query, execute. Now you can see here I enter another record, select query, run the query, select statement. Now you can see again I will enter the record in the student table, then the numbers will automatically generate one by one. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 100 200 500 1000 2000, right? So this is a call primary key identity. Okay, now another important thing is available in the primary key identity. I have written primary key identity, but I want to display the number, starting number 100 or 200, 500, 1000, the starting number. So what I can do, guys, there are very simple process. First of all, I delete the table. I just write the query drop table student, select query, run the query, right? Then after deleting the table, I want to display the record, first column starting number start 100. Okay, so I need to use parentheses. In the parentheses I need to assign the 100. I want to display the number starting number 100, then I need to use 100. I want to display the starting number 1000, then I need to use 1000. And then you need to assign the comma, and you need to assign the number 1. I want to increase number 1. For example, I want to insert the record in the table, then the number, primary key number, will generate 1000, and I will insert another record, then the student table column name stid will store 1002, 1003. Okay, let's see. I select the query, execute, select the student record, execute, I select the query. Now you can see, but I will insert the another record, then I use C#, select the query, run the query. Now you can see it. But I want to increase the two numbers. It means this is a 1000. I want to display the 1002 in the second number, and in the third number I want to display the 106. I means 2 increment. Okay, 2 increment. After the 1 record I want to increase 2 number. So first of all, I drop table student, select the query, you just write the number on here. Okay, that's it. Select the query, execute, select, execute, select, execute. This is the first number. After including second record, the number will appear 1002. Let's check it. I write the job. Okay, now you can see it, guys. Okay, this is a called primary key identity. It is very important in database or relational database management system. So guys, this video is I think too long. No, too long, not too long. Okay, I'll teach you another important thing is relation, right? Before working on practically, we need to know basic knowledge in a relational database management system. Make a relationship one table and second table. So I think I will teach you in other video. How you can, what is a relational database, what is foreign key, and this is a basically just a primary key. Now another importance available in the relational database management system, like relational foreign key references, make a relation with one table to second table, one table to third table. You can do that in the relational database management system. But remember that the first step or first feature is a primary key identity. It's very important to make a relationship and also generate the unique number, generate the unique record. And another important thing I will teach you guys, I will teach you on later. So thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach you entity relationship. Before working on the entity relationship, I will teach you another important thing. Is just a minute. I go to my where is okay. In previous lecture we have discussed all about the primary key identity, right? And you can see here the records available in the table, but another important thing is available in the primary key identity, I mean a relational database management system. The important thing is I want to delete the record, so I write that delete from student, right, where st id equal to 2, I mean 1002, right? Then I select the query and execute it, and I display the record, right? But I want to insert the record in the table, then the record will save in the table, but the ID number will automatically increase. Why? Because the primary key identity only generate the unique numbers. For example, I write the PHP Laravel developer, select the query, execute, select the statement. Now you can see this person, I mean PHP Laravel developer, has been issued 1004 number, but the deleted record, we have deleted the record 1002. It means 1002 number have already defined with a person user. Okay, so remember that if you will delete the record from tables, then the records ID number will generate automatically unique. Okay, so this is a very important in the primary key identity or relational database management systems. Okay, let's see the relationship. This is a call one-to-one relationship. This is the entity and this is a registration entity. I mean, this is a, for example, just an example, this is a, for example, table, vehicle table, and this is a another table like a registration, right? This is a call one-to-one relationship, right? And I go to back, I mean next page. This is a call one-to-many. This is a one table and those are three tables, three vehicle tables or three entities, right? This is a just an example. Now I go to another page. In this page or in this slide, you can see here those are three entities or three tables. This is a call many to one. This is a location table. I mean those are three tables and this is a single table like location. So this is a very simple. I just tell you how does work it in the how does work database, how does work it, right? So this is a very simple process. You will get a lot of knowledge from Google. I just tell you how does work it, and I will teach you practically, more than practically. But working on practically is not important. Just you know what is a relationship, what is primary key identity, what is the relational database management system. So you must know the each thing. Practically is very important, but you know everything is perfect. Okay, so I go to my SQL Server Management Studio and I will teach you relationship, how we can make a relationship one table to second table. So first of all, I delete the all tables, student, and also imply table, right? This is another table. I will create a table, this table, okay. This is a basically single table. I change the table name. This is a basically, I save the query and create another file, and I call the, oh no, just a minute, relational database, and I call this use SQL database. First of all, I create a table, for example I call car. This is a table name, and in this table, first of all, you need to assign the ID. You can enter any name, column, enter any column name, you can do that, but I use vehicle. I just change the car ID and primary key identity, and parentheses. I just need to write one by one. It is very important to develop the whole large application, okay. Large application, you need to write one by one. Now the car name, varchar, type varchar, right? This is our table, select it. This is our parent table, our main table, main table, car, right? I will create another registration table, right? This is another command. I'll write the create table registration, right? Parenthesis, I write the R ID and primary key. I need to use primary key with each table. It is very important to make a relationship between one table to second table, or one to one, one to many, many to one. You must be right the primary key identity. Another thing I will teach you, primary key identity one by one, and I call registration number. I think this is a set table. Okay, that's great. Now I want to make a relationship between this table and this table. This is a call one to one, okay. I will make a relationship one table to second table, okay. So first of all, you need to assign the column or create the column. The column name, you can write any name. For example, I write the car RGID, okay. This is my unique name, column unique name. You can write any name, right? Then you must be write the type of the column integer, right? Then the next thing is you need to write the parentheses, and the parentheses you need to write the basically I think this is a column name. Okay, just a minute guys. I use foreign. Okay, just a minute. Car ID, primary key, I mean integer, and I use foreign without parentheses, foreign key references. Foreign key references basically make a relationship between one table to second table. But two more things you need to do. One thing is enter the table name, which table you want to make a relationship between one table to second table. For example, I want to make a relationship between car table. So you need to create your own column, enter the any name column, any name. Okay, then the type must be the integer, because this is very important. Then you need to write the foreign key references, and foreign key references then you need to write the table name. The table name is a car. This table name, I want to make a relationship registration table with car table. So I call the car and parenthesis. In this parenthesis you need to call the first column name, which available primary key identity, like this. Okay, copy it, paste it. That's it. Select the query, execute it. That's very simple. This is a relation I call registration table. Select it. Okay, now you can see the first column represents a primary key identity. The second column will store the basically string type value, and third column will store numbers. Which numbers? Very simple. I write the insert into car values. I don't need it to call the basic. First I write select static from car table, insert into car name. I just need to write the car name BMW. I write the another column name RD, Ferrari. Okay. Select the query, run the query, select the query, run the query. Those are three records available in the car table, right? Now I want to store the record. First I select this query. I want to store the in the registration table. So first of all you need to write the same query, insert into registration. This is the table name values, and you need to assign the value in the registration number. I call single quotation and I call AUK highest. This is a demo. Okay, demo number. Then the next thing is a car registration ID. This is a unique column, and this column is connected with the car table. So first I select the car table, and I want to display the BMW in the registration table. So I need to assign the comma, and I call enter the number 1. In the number 1 position have a BMW. If I will display the record, registration table, I want to display the record in the registration table, I'm able to see AKU 255 and number 1. In the number 1 position have a BMW, right? This is a BMW in the number position 1. I want to display number 2. It means I call Audi car. I want to display the number 3. It means Ferrari. Okay, this is a very simple. I select the query and execute, and I call select statement, execute. Now this is our automatically generate primary key identity, and this is a registration number, and this is a relationship. This is a call foreign key. In the registration table have a foreign key, and this in the car table have a primary key identity, right? This is very simple. This is not readable, don't worry. I will teach you joins, how you can display the unreadable record with a normal record with the unreadable record with readable using joins. This is a only focus on relationship. This video only on relationship. Okay, hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach you joins in SQL Server. Basically, joins is used to display the unreadable record. This is a call unreadable, right? And you can also set that to display the relational table record. Now this table is connected with the card table, and I stored the record in the registration table. Then you can see here, this is not readable record. Anyone user or anyone other person can't understand what is this. So in situation, you need to write the joins to display the record readable. So guys, I write the basically comment joins, right? First of all, I want to display the readable record, so you need to write the select statement and call the second table which available foreign key references. And now second table name, right? This is a call second table, and in this table have a foreign key references. Okay, so first of all you need to call this table and write the dot sign. Inside this table have a 3 columns. The first column name is car RGID, and first is a RID, and third is a registration ID, registration number. So you need to select the first column which available primary key identity RID. Now you can see here RID integer primary key identity. In this column have a primary key identity, right? Then I need to use comma, and I call again registration dot registration number. I want to display the in the second column name number or value registration number. In the third section, first I use comma. In the third section I call car table name. This is a car table name, right? And I call the dot car name, right? Car table name and car column name which available car names, right? I want to display those columns, right? The next process is you need to write the from keyword. I write the query on below because this is a too long query. I call from and write the second table name from registration table, right? This is a registration table name. Then I use basically on keyword, no, use inner join. This is a call inner join. This is a keyword, and then you need to write the card table name which available which connect with second table. This table is connected with this table, so you need to call the inner join and first table name, right? Then use on and call the second table registration dot third column name car registration ID, this column, and write the equal sign, and then call the car table name dot car ID. It means this column will match the car column ID, then display the equal record. Okay, this column ID will match this column will match car first column ID, then we will be able to see readable records. So I select the whole query and click to execute. Now guys, you can see number 1 ID AKU AUK minus 2 555 and car name is BMW, right? This is a call joins. This is a call inner join. I want to use left join. Select it, left join. I call right join. Then we will see the whole records which available in the car table, and also we will see the null record available in the registration table. Let me show you guys. Right, this is a call right join. In the car name column have 3 records, BMW, RD and Ferrari, but I have assigned in the registration table one record, only one record. Now you can see here 1 AUK 2 555. This is a call right join, and I paste the query and I call the full join. Select it, execute, full join. This is the call joins, guys. This is a very simple process to make a relationship and call the joins to display the record. In the next video I'm gonna teach you another example how you can make a relationship and how you can use joins. This is a very basic queries to make a relationship one table to second table, and also use joins to display the record. So thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In previous lecture we have discussed all about relationship and also join. In this video I'm gonna teach you another way to make a relationship between one table to another table, and also many other tables, and also use joins to display the data readable. So guys, first of all I create a database table, write the country. This is a country table, and I write the count ID, primary key, identity. This is my country table. I use country name, type voucher. This is my first table. I select the query and run the query. Now the second table is I will create a table province, pro ID and primary key, identity. I use 1 by 1 and province name voucher, right? This is the same way, but I want to connect with country tables. So we need to make a basically column name. I use province ID and then I use foreign key references, table name. The table name is country, and you need to assign the column which available primary key. This is the first column which available primary key, identity. Copy that and paste it, right? And finally you need to write that's it. I think that's it. Select the query, run the query. Okay, just a minute, I need to use another parenthesis. Select it. Now we have successfully made two tables. One is country, second is province. The province table is connected with country table. I will create another table, city, right? City, ID and primary key, identity, 1 by 1, city name, type voucher, and I want to connect this table with province table. It means after connecting the city table with province table, then those three tables are connected, right? So I use basically, guys, comma, and city id and foreign key references and city province. I check basically guys, table name province, paste, and copy the first column name which available primary key identity and paste it. That's it. Use parentheses, select the query, run the query. Now we have made 3 tables. The first table is a country table, second province, third city. The city table is connected with province table and province table is connected with city table. Right? Those 3 tables are connected. Now the next process is I will create another table, student bio, right? And I will assign the column student ID, 1 by 1, student name, voucher, student roll number, voucher, and then what I need to write the third column name. I just write the third column name is student name, student roll number, and which column? That's it. I think that's it. Those are 2 columns. Okay, I mean total 3 columns, 1 2 3, and I want to connect the 3 tables. So what I can do guys, I just call the last one table. It means after connecting this table I am able to use those 3 tables, but the best way is to use them to connect each table with the student table. Why? I will tell you on later why I connect each table on the student table, I mean student bio table. So first of all I write the column name, city, country, con, ID, and foreign key references, and then I call the same process city, country, and then I call the first column name and paste here. I use comma. I need to enter another column name. I use ID and foreign key references, and table name, province, and column name, pro ID, right? Okay, just a minute. The third one is city by ID, it means city, and foreign key references. Those are different columns, right? This is the only column name. It is different between this column and also another column which available on the another tables like country table, province table, city table. Those are different columns, right guys? This is a different pro ID, city ID, and also con ID, right? So the next is I call the city table name, parentheses, and final parentheses. In the parentheses I need to use a city ID and paste it, right? Select the query. Basically I need to split it. Okay, just a minute, I hit enter on here. Okay, I think okay, just a minute. Okay, now guys you can see this is a student bio table. In this table have a first column is student ID and which available primary key identity. Second column name is student name, third is student roll number, and fourth, 5, 6, those are 3 columns which used foreign key references which are connect. Those basically methods are connect with the H table which available on above, like a country table, province table, and city table. So first of all, I select the query and run the query. Now we have successfully made 4 tables, 3 tables like this, and final 4 table. So first of all, we need to insert the record on each table. First of all, I use insert into first table name is country, and I use values. I use just a single country name, USA. Select query, run the query. Right now the second table name is province. The first step, you need to enter the province name, and you need to write the comma and also enter the number. Which number? I will tell you guys. Select static from country, select static from province, select static from city. Okay, just a minute, select the whole queries and run the queries. Now we have stored the value in the country table, like country ID number 1 and value is USA. Now the second table name is province ID. In this table have a province ID column, province name, and province ID. So I just need to write the country ID because this is a note. Okay, just a minute, where is the column? Okay, just a minute, I just changed country ID and I use the table name. First I drop the table city. First I need to drop the table student. Where is the table name? Student bio. Drop table student bio. Okay, then I use drop table city. Okay, and finally is province table. I change it basically, guys. In just a minute I change the country table. Okay, that's great. I select the 2 queries and run the queries, and also run this query. Right, don't focus on anything else. I just change the column name. Okay, and select the queries and execute it. Okay, now you can see here, this is the first ID, table, second table, third table. In the second table have a first column name is a province ID, province name, and country ID. In this country ID you need to assign the ID, number, which number have which country. I want to display the 1, then this 1 number have USA, so I just need to write the 1 number. This is only for example, you just need to know how does work. Okay, select query, run the query. I select the whole queries, more than 3. Okay, now you can see a 1 USA and 1. It means in the 1 province USA and country USA. Right, now I use same process, copy the table third and values, and I send the same process. In the third table have city ID, city name, and city ID. This is also wrong, but I need to use province ID. That's it. Okay, no problem, you just remember that. Okay, in the last table I want to include the city name. Okay, first of all I use city name USA, and I need to use the province column ID number. This city, which province you want to display it. I want to display the USA is a province of this city. Right, I I use on the second column USA, and I need to display the city. Okay, so we need to assign the number 1. In the number 1 position have a USA. This is the second table name province, so I select it, execute it. Okay. Now those are 3 tables. The first table name is basically country, second is province, and third is city, right? Now the final step is I want to insert the record in the last table. Student bio values, I use basically the first name is, for example, I use programmer, and student roll number is I use 10252254. okay, and that's it. Okay, now I use same process con id. This is basically I just need to use select command, student bio. The first is automatically generate the ID, second is user name or student name, student roll number, and this is a column name. Con ID means country ID, which country you want to assign the programmer student. I want to display the USA, so I just need to write the comma and number 1. Which province you want to display on the programmer, I just need to write the 1 and also 1. I just use USA, and also I have included 1 record on each table. If I want to display another record or another record, I will store. First I use this query, then I will teach you another thing. Okay, first I insert another country on my country UK, and I just don't need it because this is the only single column. Okay, and this province table I need to use basically UK number 2, and city UK number 2. Okay, select the queries, execute it. Now guys, each table have 2 records. The first is a USA, second is a UK. Those are countries values, USA and UK country, and also I have included the same values on each table, like province table. In the province table have a UK, and I call the number 2, country ID number 2. In the country ID number 2 have basically UK. It means province UK and country also UK. And thus third table have basically city name. I call city name UK, and I call the province ID 2. In the second position have a UK. It means city UK and also province UK. Sorry. Okay, so the next is first I use select asterisk from student bio. I have stored 1 record in the student bio table. I will include another record. For example, I use web developer. This is the ID, and I will include the second country, second province, second city value. Select it, execute it. Select the query, execute it. Okay, those are 2 records, right? So this is not readable, right? This is not readable, but I want to use joins to display the record readable, right? So first of all, I use the same process, same usage. I use select query and call the last table, which have all columns are all tables are connected on this table. This is the last table. In this table have 3 more tables connected, so I call this table select, and I use dot sign. First of all, you must be write the student bio ID column name. this ID, right? Now the second is use comma and select the whole columns which are available inside the student bio table. I call student name, first I use student bio table name, and I need to use dot sign and call the second column name like this, and use same process student bio dot third column name student roll number. Those are 3 more columns which have a foreign key, right? So in situation you need to call the first you need to use comma, and then the next process is you need to call the main table name. The main table name have basically this is a ID column and foreign key used country table, so I call country table and I use dot sign. Inside the country table have a 2 columns, country ID and country name. What do you want to display on the query? I want to display the country name, so I just need to write the country name. Use same process, call second table name province dot province name. I want to display the province name, and third is province city, and I want to display the city. And then you need to write the from keyword, and then the last table name student bio. Then you need to write the guys in a join, and you need to write the each table name which are connected on this table. It means the first table is connected country ID, I mean country table, so I need to use country, and I use the last table name is student bio. First I need to use on keyword, sorry guys, and then I use student bio dot, and I will match this ID. This is a country ID, you know guys, this is a country ID, but in this table have a foreign key references, so I match this country ID will match the main country table ID. It means I will show you guys. I just write the dot sign and I use con ID, this ID, and I use equal sign and call country ID. I call country table, then I use dot sign. Inside the country table have a 2 columns. So first is country ID, second is country name, so I call count ID. It means this column ID match the country column ID, then the display record. Okay, now we need to use another 2 tables, province on student bio. I use same process dot, I call pro ID like this column ID which available in the student bio table, and I use equal sign and I call province table name dot province ID, okay, the first column name, okay, and I use inner join city, right? And then the guys next thing is I use the on keyword and call a student bio dot last table is cty equal to city dot city ID, the first column ID. So I select the query and execute. Guys, now you can see here those are readable records, right guys? So this is a very simple and understandable video, the all about make a relationship between one table to another table, another table to another table. You can make a relationship between one table to another table, or one to many, many to one. You can use this method to make a relationship and also insert the record on the each table. Then you need to use joins to display the readable record. So this video all about relationship and joins. So thank you very much for watching guys. See you next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach you constraint in SQL Server. there are many constants available, guys. The primary key, foreign key, not null, unique, check, default. You know, guys, the two main constants, primary key and foreign key, right? And you know how does work it, right? Now I'm gonna show you the examples: not null, unique, check, and also default constant. Let me show you the example. First of all, I write a table, create. I write the unique. This is a unique, guys, unique constant. So first of all, I write the table, create a table, and I write the programming, right? Parentheses, and the parentheses I use ID, primary key, identity, right? One by one. Programming name, varchar. Now the next is unique. Unique basically is a keyword and also constant which used to store the unique record in the columns, I mean in the table, right? So for example, I write the ID, program ID. I want to the program ID will store on my table unique base. I mean anyone user will store the program ID unique, right? So what I can do, guys, I just write the unique keyword. First I write the basically type of the column and write the unique keyword. Then you need to write the comma. If you want to make another column, you need to write comma, otherwise you write the basically I have already used basically parentheses, you know, guys. Okay, select the query, run the query. Okay, this is our table, and I use I store the data. Programming, I use programming name. For example, I use Java, and I enter the ID. Okay, enter the ID, which ID I use, 1010, right? So just a minute, values. Okay, select static from, check the table record. Okay, I have stored Java and 1010 ID. I want to store the another record, C# and the same ID. I click to execute. Now, guys, you can see a violation of unique key constant, UK program and unique key core, and can't insert duplicate in object. DBO programming, this is your table name, right? It means you can't store the same ID which have used basically unique keyword. This is an example all about the unique you know, guys, constant, right? Now the next example is, first I drop the table because I don't need it. I will make another table. Okay, the second example is guys, just a minute, salary, check this. Now I will show you another example like not null and also check. Those are we will discuss on here. Not null and check. I create a table, employee, and employee ID and primary key, identity, employee name, virtual, and then guys just a minute, employee ID, employee name, and then I use guys the third column name is employee salary. First of all, we will discuss not null. After the basically parenthesis, I want to use not null. It means the primary key identity, I mean this column will store not null, I mean null value, not store null value. Okay, not support null value. Anyone user are using are developing the application and they are using the basically empty fields to store the value in the database, then they can't store the value in the database. Why? Because the not null will display the message I am not able to store your data, right? So this is a very simple, use not null. And the third is I use first integer and I'm gonna use check, right? This is another constant. So I use check keyword and parenthesis. In this parenthesis I call the employee salary column, and I use greater than sign, and I want to store the anyone user will store the value on the employee salary column more than 5,000, then they can't store it. Okay, they can't store it. But I think I check it, just a minute, I check it guys. Select the query and I use insert into employee values. Employee name is Jojo, right? And the salary is, I just write the, for example, 4,000. Select. Okay, now guys you can see it. I can't store the less than 5,000 value. Why? Because I have used check constant to check employee salary column greater than 5,000. If I store 6,000, I'm able to store the value in the column or in the table. I store 5,001, I can do that. Why? Because this is the value out of the condition. Okay, select start from employee, right? But I can't store less than 5,000 value. I use 4,999. I can't do that, right? So the third is, okay, check default. The final is default. Okay, let me show you the default. I call drop table employee. The default is I want to display the default value in the salary column. You know guys, the check working process, but I just check copy it and paste it, and I use same table. I just change the constant name. I use default, and then I store the default value in the last column, I mean salary column. Okay, I use for example 5,000, and you can also use not null option or constant. Then I will store the value in the employee table. Then the last column have basically employee salary will automatically store 5,000. Let me show you. Okay, and I select the query. Just a minute, select. I just need to just a minute. I don't need it to call the ID. I store the just Jojo single column name, just employee name. Okay, execute. Just a minute. And why just a minute, guys. Alter table employee salary int default. Okay guys, so you can see here the default value is 5000. It means if I will create another column, then the default function will automatically store the 5000 value in the default column name. I'm in default column. In the default column, 5000 value will automatically store. How? That's very simple. First of all, I use alter table name. I want to addition the another column in the employee table. Add salary, column name salary and int. Then I use default function or constant, and the default constant I use 1000 or 10,000 or 5000. I can write any number on the parenthesis. After the parenthesis you need to write not null, right? Then I will execute this query. Then you will see the last column will appear on here, then the 10,000 value will appear on the last column. Execute it, select. Now guys, you can see it. This is a call default constant or default function. You can say that anything else, right guys? So those are constant. You can use them for different purpose, to store the unique value, check the condition, if else etc. So thank you very much for watching guys. See you next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In previous lecture we have discussed all about the relationship and also joins, right? In this video I'm gonna teach you how you can use between and also operators like less than equal to and greater than equal to use them to display the different result using them, right? So first of all, this is my table. In this table have many records, right? And I want to use between keyword to check the specific record. How I can do that guys? First of all, you need to write the select statement and write the from employee table name. Then you need to write the where keyword, and then use between where. Before writing between, you need to assign the column. For example, I want to check the salary column, so I use salary. This is a column name, and then I use between. In the between you need to assign the value. For example, I want to display the value 10,000 and 20,000. Select the query and execute, right? This is over. You want to increase it, for example 30 to 50, right? 30 and the whole values are 30s. So this is a call between keyword. After the column name you need to assign the between keyword and assign the value and less than and greater than, right? Then the next step is you select static from employee table name and where keyword same table name, I mean column name. Then I will use salary equal to greater than 10,000 and salary less than equal to 20,000. right? I think I use first greater than equal to sign. Okay, that's great. Select query and execute. Right, this is a record only available 10,000 to 20,000, right? But you can see no 20,000 record available in this table. But I check I decrease the size 30,000, execute, and now you can see this is a call greater than equal to 10,000 and less than equal to 30,000. This is a call greater than equal to less than equal to. And now the another thing is an keyword. I use select static from table name where salary in. This is the in keyword, and use parentheses. In this parenthesis you need to assign the range, which range you want to use it to display the record. For example, I use 10,000, 20,000 and 30,000. Select the query, execute it. Right, the whole records available, each record have 10,000, 30, 30, 30,000. Right, this is basically a specific keyword which used for different purpose. Now the next process is search record. Search the table, column or record. You can say that anything else. Okay, this is our table. I want to search the record with different ways. The first way is I use select static from employee where and column name. My column name I choose employee name. This is my column name, employee name, right? Then the next is I use a like keyword, and I use single quotation. In this single quotation I want to display the starting any word, character, sorry, starting any character and last one any character. Starting and last inside the characters you want to, for example guys, I just tell you how you can do that. Just write this percentage and I want to display the a record, and I use percentage sign and I select this query. Then I will see the a records available in this table. For example, I search the query and execute it. Now the whole record available in this table, and you can see a sign available on each name: Asif, Sajid, Zaid, and now you can see as a. For example, I want to use select static from employee where employee name like, and I want to display the first character is starting first character is a, so I call a, and I use the last 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, but I check the starting a character name, so I'll use simple percentage sign. Now guys, you can see here the starting character is a and the last 3 words character is SIF, right? This is basically like keyword. You can use it to find the specific record. Now the next is I use select static from employee where employee name like, and then I want to search the specific record. The starting character is R, so I use R percentage. right? And I want to display the whole R records in the table, so I use simple starting percentage sign and R and percentage sign. The only one record I change the character. Now you can see it, Zahid and Riyaz. The Z character available in the each name, right? Now the next is I use select static from employee, where employee name like, and I want to display the starting word is A and the last 3 characters name, I mean total 4 characters name. So I use I sign and 3 times underscore sign. It means the 4 character name, 1 2 3 4, right? Select the query, execute it, right? This is a 4 character name Asif, and I want to I don't know first character and I know the second character. For example, I use A, and I don't know first character, I don't know third character, I don't know fourth character, but I know the second character is, I just change it I. Select the query, execute it. Whereas the first character is R, the second character is I, right? And I use A, check it, no record, but I increase underscore sign and select the query, execute it. Now the first character is SZJ, the second character is A, and A also available on the each table, I mean each name, right? Now the next is I use select static from employee order by column name and descending. Select the query, execute it. The starting character is, I mean starting name is starting is Z. The A character, I mean starting A word, and also Asif is a last one, but I use select static from employee order by keyword and column name employee, and I call ascending. Select the query and employee name, guys, right? This is a ascending searching section and this is a descending searching section, and those are different ways to use like keyword, and you can also use a modulus or percentage sign to check the specific record or search the any character name using like keyword and also modulus or percentage sign. Inside the modulus you can assign any character. Okay, this is very important to develop the application and search the record from table using this method. This is very important, guys, so I hope you are understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach you views in SQL Server. Views used for display the specific record from your parent table. I have made the table name is employee, and I want to create a view to display the specific record. So guys, first of all we need to create a main table. I have made the table name is employee. You know guys, I use select static from employee. This is my table. In this table have 4 columns: employee ID, employee name, employee salary, and also salary, and 7 records available on this table. I will create view to display the specific record from this table. View only used for display the temporary record. Specific, or you can say that temporary record. For example, first of all, I write the create keyword and view and write the view name. I write the table and use the as keyword and call select which columns you want to select the parent table, and which table, I mean you want to display the specific column record using view. So you need to select the column. For example, I want to display the only employee name from this table, or I want to display the employee name and employee salary column. So I need to use employee name comma employee salary column, and then I use from keyword and my table name. This is my parent table name, and this is a view name, and those are keywords. Okay, select the query, execute it. Now the next is I use select static from table. This is my view table. Okay, select it, and now you can see here I have seen the 2 columns record. The first is column employee name and second is employee salary. You can perform the whole operations like insert the record, delete the record, update the record, view the record. You can perform the all operations. Now the another thing is I want to create a nested view, and I want to display the specific column record, or I want to display the 1 column record after creating a nested view. So I will create a nested view. So first of all, I write the create view, and then I need to use the another table name or another view name. I write the VITBL. I use as and I call select, right? And I will select the employee name column, from. Then you need to call the previous view name, and this column have available in the another view. This is a parent view. So select the query and execute. Now I call select static from VI table. In this table have only 1 column record. This is the only used for display the temporary record. Okay, temporary. I select the my parent table or main table. In this table have all record. I select the table view. In this view have 2 columns record, and I select the last one view. In this column have a specific column record, single column record. You can create a view to display the specific record for different purpose, right? You can use it to hide the specific column or display the specific column on your application or another application, right? This is a call view. I can perform the all operations, like first of all I perform the operation in the main table. First I use another, I call at the insertion to vi table. This is a nested table, right? I'm in nested view. I call values and I just write the value on the nested view. I write the name Thomas, right? And I call select static from retrieval. Your record has been stored in the view, but I call the e-table, and the e-table have already stored the Thomas and the salary defined the 5,000. I call my main parent table. In this table have the automatically generate the ID, name, and the default salary. This is also default salary. I do not assign the salary, you know guys. Here you can see it, right? And you can perform the all operations like insert the record, update the record. I call update VITBL. This is a view name. Set designation, employee name equal to Thomas, right? Set employee name Thomas. Just a minute, where employee name assign, I just write the John. What happened? Just a minute. Update view name, set employee name Thomas, where I changed the name on here and I call Thomas on here. Just a minute. One row affected. I select the query, execute it, John. I select the parent view or main view, John. I select the main table and now you can see our John. Right guys, this is a call update. Now you can use the delete section, I mean delete operation, employee, where employee name, column name, I call column name equal to John. Select the query, execute it. Select it. The record has been deleted. Now I call the another table, e-table, I mean e-table view. The record has been deleted. This is my main table. In this table the John record has been deleted, right? This is the call deleted. Now the next is I want to search the record. You can write the same process, select static from retrieval. Now the another is, just a minute, another thing is this is a e-table, just a minute. In this e-table have two columns, but I select the query and I select the employee name from e-table, right? This is another way to display the record, a specific record. Okay, now the final step is I want to delete or drop the view. I mean I want to delete the complete view. So first of all you need to delete the nested view. I call drop and use view keyword, and my last view is VITBL, and my second and first view is e-table, e_table. Our view has been deleted, guys. You can select the query, execute it, nothing happened. I select the E table, I execute, nothing happened, but your main table record available on the employee table. This is a called view, guys. So I hope you understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome to my another video. In this video I'm gonna teach you stored procedure in SQL Server. Stored procedure is very helpful and very fast working than tables. Before creating a stored procedure, we need to create a table. After creating a table, then you are able to use stored procedure. So first of all, we need to create a table. I write the create table implies ID and primary key identity one by one, employee name, voucher 50, and employee designation, voucher, and finally I use salary and select the query executed. We have successfully made the table name employees, right? This is our table. In this table have no record, right? So I will create a stored procedure. So first of all, you need to write the create keyword, then call the procedure or proc. You can write any one word, then enter the procedure name. For example, I write insert proc. Stored procedure, I will create this stored procedure to insert the record in the table using stored procedure. Then I use parentheses. Inside the parentheses I call or create a parameters with the same columns without primary key, I mean without the first column which have a primary key identity. Without this column I will store the value with another columns like employee name, employee designation, and employee salary. So we need to call or use @ sign and enter the any name. For example, I write emp name. This is a parameter of the stored procedure. Then you need to assign the same type of the column. This column type is varchar, so you need to write the varchar and assign the anyone branch. This is our first parameter and also first column. Then I call @emp designation varchar. The second column type is also varchar. Now you can see here. The third is I will call the @emp salary, and this column type is integer. Then you need to write the as keyword and begin end. Inside the begin and you need to write the query, which query you want to use to create this stored procedure. I want to create this stored procedure to insert the record in the table, so I need to use insert query, insert into table name. My table name is employees, and you need to write the values and parentheses. In this parenthesis you need to pass the parameters you have already created, like this: emp name, emp designation, emp salary. I call emp comma second column, comma, third column. Right, our store procedure is successfully created, but I need to select the query and execute it. Right, now another thing is you need to know, basically the columns are in this employee table have a 4 column, 1 2 3 4, but the first column will generate automatically numbers. It means automatically generate the numbers. I don't need to insert the record in the first column, right? So we need to assign the 3 columns. Remember that you need to assign the same type of the column in the store procedure. Now you can see here, if I will create another parameter, then I will face the problem to insert the record in the table. Okay, now I want to insert the record using store procedure in the table. So you need to write exec r execute, then store procedure name. My store procedure name is insert proc. This is my store procedure name. Then you need to write the space. Then you can see here your first parameter is employee name or emp name and type is virtual. You need to assign the single quotation. In this single quotation you not need to write the name. I write the programmer and comma PHP, comma, I just need to 50,000. Select the query, execute. Now you have stored the value in the table. I call it select static from employee. The table name is employees. I select the query and execute. Now you can see here, guys, I have used store procedure to insert the record in this table. I do not use the query to store the record in the table without using store procedure. Now you can use same process to create the store procedure to delete the record, update the record, and also view the record. How? I will tell you. This is our store procedure. Right, and I select the query, whole query, paste it, and I call delete record store procedure. I need to I change the update the record, update store procedure. We need to pass the another parameter at the right ID and why, because and I also change the name, update proc, because we will use ID to update the record using store procedure, right? And now you need to change the query, guys. I remove the query and I need to use update query. Okay, why the update implies this is a query. Set your table name. My table name is my table column name, employee name equal to this parameter, okay, comma, second table column name employee designation equal to second store procedure parameter. Now third is employee salary, just a salary. This is a table name, guys. Now you can see here equal to @ salary emp salary. This is the store procedure parameter. Now the final step is you need to write the where keyword and call the table ID. The table ID, this is a table column ID. Now you can see a ID and assign to @ID, which have a parameter in the store procedure like this, right? So guys, I select the query, update proc, execute. Command completed successfully. We need to use same process, but I call the update proc. Okay, update proc. I remove it. First of all, we need to just a minute. I call update proc. What is this? Call it, paste here. We need to call the ID number. I call 1 and I use basically the name of the first. I select the query and execute it. First ID, ID web developer, comma, C#, comma, 3000. Select the query, execute it. Just a minute. Update. Where is the problem? Set emp. Just a minute. I remove it. ID 1. Web developer and C#, sorry, 25,000. Okay. Right, so you can see here guys, employee name web developer and also employee designation is C#, and salary is also 224 times 0. This store procedure working to update the record. You don't need to write the query to update the record many times. You just call execute and assign the ID number and assign the text which you want to change and just execute. Now the third is I will create the delete store procedure. So guys, I copy the same code and paste here. I don't need it, I just need to ID, right? ID, this parameter ID, right? I will use this ID, delete proc, and I remove the query and just need to write the query delete from table name, where your table first column ID name, right, and assign the parameter, store procedure parameter. That's it. Select the query, execute. Just a minute, execute, and I call exec delete proc, and I need to just write the ID number. I want to delete number 1. Select the query, execute it, delete proc, execute. Your record has been deleted. Select the statement and check it. no record available in the table. I will use where is the insert procedure? Yeah, I will use some process to insert the record. Execute, insert proc, name C# developer, select execute, Java, execute, PHP, execute, Python, execute. Okay guys, I select the query, execute it. We have stored the file record in the table. I call delete store procedure to delete the record from table using store procedure. I call file, execute, select the query. Now you can see the file record has been deleted from table. I want to delete the basically to record. I just need to write the exec and store procedure name and ID number. Okay, now I want to update the record, so I just need to, this is I think update record. Okay, I call exec execute update proc. First of all, you need to assign the ID. I want to change the number 4. I write the space and I call PHP programming developer. I just write the web developer and I change the salary. So execute it, check it, complies, right? PHP programming web developer, and the also salary has been changed. So this video all about store procedure. Thank you very much for watching guys. See you next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome to my another video tutorial. In this video I'm gonna teach you identity, how you can use identity to store the value in multiple tables using store procedure guys. So I will create 3 tables: country, province, city, and I will store the value in each table manually. Then I will create a store procedure and also usage of identity to store the value in the multiple tables like country, province and city. So first of all, I select the whole queries and execute it. Each table, first I use select statement to display the each table columns. Select static from province, select static from city. Each table are connected with the another tables. I have made the country table. In the country table have 2 columns: country ID, country name. Second table name is province. In the province table have 3 columns: province ID, province name and country ID. Country ID is a relationship between country table and also province table. Now the final is basically a city table. In the city table have 3 same columns, but the column name is changed: city ID, city name and province ID. Province ID is connected with the province table, right? So I will store the value on each table. The first column, first country table, I will store the UK. This is only single column. The first column will generate automatically ID. Now the second table, I will store the province name and number 1. In the number 1 position have a UK, right? You know guys, I execute it, the 3 rows are affected. I select the query, execute it. Now the first table have number 1 record and a country name UK. in the province table have one record and province UK and country ID UK. One means UK, right? In the city table have one table, one record, city ID 1 and city name 1, UK, and province ID 1, it means UK, province UK. Okay, so I will create a store procedure to insert the record in the multiple tables. So first of all, I create a store procedure. I write the procedure name, procedure, write in store. I just write the store procedure name, right, as begin, and in the parentheses I pass 3 parameters. The first parameter is display the store the value in the country table. Second parameter I will write the store the value in the second table name, and third is city name. So I use country name and I use same type of the column, varchar province name, varchar, and guys final is city name, varchar. Now the next thing is, after the begin, I write the query insert into, I will store the value in the country table. First I call the country table, so I call country values parenthesis. In this parenthesis you need to pass the first parameter like this. Okay, then you need to declare a variable and assign the ID on each table like this and this. A country ID and country province ID. So after the parenthesis you need to write the declare keyword. It means I will declare the variable in the SQL Server. So I call @ and write any name. I call, for example, province ID, and you must be write the type of the integer. Then you need to write the equal sign and call it 2 times @ and call identity. It means the identity will generate the lost stored value in the table and get the ID. For example, I will show you guys, just a minute. I will show you the example, but I think I need to use another query, then you will understand. So I call the another query insert into, I call province table. I will store the value in the province table. In the province table we need to pass 2 parameters. Now you can see guys, the first is province name, second is country ID. So I have already declared the province name and type the varchar. We need to pass 2 parameters. So I have declared the ID, second parameter, and type is integer. So we need to pass the second parameter, province ID, right? So I call @ province name. This is the first parameter, it will store the province name, and I call the @ province ID, it will store the ID. Okay, we need to use value guys. Okay, so this process will store the 2 tables record. First is country and second is province. So I wanna store another table like city table, so I call declare keyword and I will create the variable. I call city ID and I use same process int and identity. Then I call same process insert into city table need 2 parameters. I write the values, and first is city name, second is city ID. The identity will get the first column, this ID, and this ID I call equal sign, I mean first number will store on the province ID, and I call the insert query and I will store the value province name and province ID. It means province name, this name, and province ID, it means call this ID. This ID will store on here. Okay, so guys, I select the query, execute. Where is problem? Province ID. Just a minute. State procedure store line which store incorrect sentence values. There is a mistake. Okay, just a minute. Okay, select the query, execute. Now I need to call the exec store the procedure and arrive the space. You need to pass the three parameters. The first is country name, I write the USA, and second is province name, I call USA, and third is called USA. Select the query, execute it. Now guys, you can see here one row affected, one row affected, one row affected. I call the three tables to display the record. Now guys, you can see here the first table have a second record, I mean second number, and country name is USA, and the second table have a number 2 USA and country ID 2. It means in the second position have a USA. It means I will use joins to display the readable record. Then you will see USA on here and UK on here. The same process on here. It means you can use identity to store the multiple values in the multiple tables. Right guys, you know guys how you can use joins to display the readable record. So this is a work all about identity, right? So thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome to my another video tutorial. In this video I'm going to teach you trigger, how you can use trigger to display that message, and also you can use trigger to check the value in the specific column. If your condition is true, then the value will store, otherwise the value will count in the table. I mean your ID will count, but the data will not store in the database. First we will create a table, and then we will create a trigger to display the message. Then I will teach you another thing to use condition, right? So let's get started to understand guys. Alright, the create table, employee ID and primary key identity. I just write the first one by one. Employee name, I just write the single column name. I just tell you how you can use trigger. That's it. Execute it, and I will store the value in the table. Values, alright, John. Okay, but now you can see here in the message box, you can see a one row affected. I can't see the message, right? But I will use trigger to display the specific message, or you can write any message as you want to display on the message box. So how you can create a trigger? Write the create keyword and write the trigger and enter the trigger name, right? I write the trigger name message. Okay, messages. Okay, I write the short word on message, and then I don't need to call the parentheses. I need to use on keyword and table name. The table name is employee, right? I will use the same process on here, and I call for keyword insert. Those are keyword, guys, as begin and inside the begin and end I want to display the message. For example, I call print, and I call the your record has been saved in the database. Okay, select the trigger, execute, and I store the value in the table. I write the volume, select the query, execute it. Your record has been saved in the database. The message has been appeared using trigger. Without trigger you can't see the message, right? This is a very simple process to create a trigger. Now the another important thing is available in the trigger, but we need to drop table. I will basically change the table columns. I will create a employee. I just write the salary and type of the column integer, right? Select the query, execute it, and I will drop the trigger because I will create another trigger. I will tell you another important thing. What is this? Drop trigger. Just a minute. Okay, no problem. I do not drop the trigger. Sorry guys, I alter the trigger. Basically I will include some technique in the trigger. I just write the alter, and I will use condition, right? This is our table. I just write the table, select static from employee, and I store the value in the employee table. Okay, just need to write the salary, guys. Okay, this is our table. In this table have one record, and I use alter trigger. It means I will addition or changing in the trigger. I can use alter trigger and same trigger name and same table name for insert, right? And the same keyword as. After the as I will use condition. Which condition? I check the condition if. I use select keyword, then I call specific column. I will check specific column. The column name is salary. I select the salary column, and I call the from inserted. This is the column. Keyword parenthesis. If select salary column from inserted, it means select the record. Select the column salary for inserted means insert the record, and then after the parenthesis I use condition greater than, for example, 5,000. Okay, greater than 5,000 I call begin and end. Inside the begin and end I call print your amount exceeded, right? This is a one thing. Now the another thing is, I'll close it, I just remove it, right? This is the one thing, but I use else statement, I mean else, and call begin and end, and I call print your record has been stored. If our condition is true, then display the message like this. If our condition is not true, then display this message. That's very simple. Select the query, execute it. Object, I change the basically, just a minute, I write the another trigger, just a minute, I create a trigger. Okay, select the trigger. Okay, and where is the, okay, now the value is, I check 5000. okay, let me show you. I store 10,000, select execute. Your amount exceeded, but our record, I mean John, will store, I mean has been stored in the database. Let me show you, execute it, right? But I want to check the condition. If our condition is false, then the database or trigger will go back, I mean destroy the record. Okay, let me show you. After the exceed, I call roll back transaction keyword, right? After using rollback transaction, if our condition is true, if our condition is true, to display this message, your record has been saved. Otherwise our condition is false, then display this message and rollback transaction. It means the record will store and then check. The record will store and then check if our condition is true, then the record available in the table. Otherwise the record will automatically deleted or destroy. You can say anything else. Okay, let me show you guys. I select the query, execute. I change alter keyword, basically alter. I have already created the trigger, so I use alter keyword and I change the basically rollback transaction. Okay, now I store the value Thomas, and I store the same value. Let me show you the result. Okay guys, now you can see your amount exceeded. It means this message has been appeared on my message box. And another important thing is, I will search the table, then you will see only 2 records available. The Thomas will not be stored in the database. Let me show you, execute it. Okay, but now another important thing is, I will store the, for example, 4,999 it will store, but the ID will generate 4. Why? Because I have used, or I have tried one time this trigger and my condition is false. Let me show you guys. Select the query, execute it, and select the employee table and execute it. Now you can see guys, number 4 ID. It means the one person has been tried to store the value in the database, right? Now another thing is, I will use 2 times Thomas, 2 times, execute 1 time, execute 2 times, select the execute, I mean second query, I have tried 2 times to store the value in the database, namely Thomas, and value is this, but I change the value. I store the value 4000. Then the ID will store in the database number 6. Why? I think 7. Why? Because I have tried 2 times to store the value in the database. Select the query, execute it. Select the query, execute. 7. Now guys, you can see it. But the first time you have stored the value in the database in the true condition, if our condition is true, then your data will store number wise. For example, I store 4,500. I store it, then the ID will generate at right. This is the trigger guys, so you can use trigger to perform the operations like check the column values and display the message, and also check the rollback transaction features. Thank you very much for watching. Now another thing is, I want to drop the trigger. I just write drop trigger ms. What is the name of the trigger? Call it your trigger has been deleted. Now I store the value. I can't see any message in the message box, right? So thank you very much for watching guys. See you next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach you functions, how you can use functions to perform the different tasks, like display the specific record, maximum, minimum value, and count your characters, and many other things. You can use function to get a lot of knowledge, a lot of functions. You can use them. Okay, so first of all, I write this is my table name is employee. I will write the simple select max salary. I want to check how maximum salary from the salary column, and table name is employee. Select the query, execute it. The maximum salary is 5 times. I think 5 times 0. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and I check it guys. Maximum salary. I just write I enter the basically name of the column, but I think that's not working on here. Okay, I remove it. I just check the maximum salary from salary column and also employee table. Now another function is I want to check minimum salary from employee table, 4,000. Okay, now the next is I use select average function, and I call the salary from employee average, right? Now the next is I want to display the top 3 records which have employee table, so I call select top 3 and column name employee name, I think employee name, and close from employee table name. Right guys, 3 top names which have basically employee table. Those records are available in the employee table, right? Now the next is I want to check the length of the characters which have stored basically records, each record available in the table, and I will check the column records length. Okay, I call data length and specific column name I call employee from employee. Select and execute it. Employee name, guys. Okay, the first record character is 6. Let me show you. Select static from employee. Now I checked, basically I have checked those records. I have checked the length of the each record, like William, John, Thomas and Thomas. So I select the data length function, right? Then I run the query. The first record characters are 6, second 4 and all of these 6, right? Now the another function is select count, how many users available are record available in the table. 6. Select the query, execute it. 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? Now the next is I want to display the upper class characters, I mean values, string values. So I use upper parenthesis employee name and then from employee. Select the query, execute it. Right, they all names are upper class. I want to use lower class employee name from employee, lower class, right? Now another thing is I want to display the specific record with upper class or lower class. I can do this. Alright, select, I just use upper parenthesis and I call this select. I need to use another parenthesis, select name employee name from employee where first column ID name, like this, where ID equal to 1 parenthesis, 2 time parenthesis, right? Select the query, execute it. 1 3, I think 3 available or not, null. Okay guys, at select Thomas. You can use same process to check the lower. Right guys, another function available to get the date, so you can use select get date function to get the date. Okay, select get date this time. Okay, now I want to get my system date, so I call sys date time, right? Parenthesis, this is my system date and time, right? I use select, I check system user, select and use. Okay, now you can see system user. I call select year get that. This is a year. Okay, now the next is I call same process to get the month. I copy that and paste here. I get the day, right? Okay guys, those are different type of functions. You can use them to perform the different tasks. It is very helpful to display the record, specific record in the application, and also display the date, time, user. You can use many features. You can include the many features in your web application or desktop application using those functions. Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching. See you next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial. In this video I'm gonna teach you how you can create your own function in SQL Server. In the SQL Server have a lot of function, have a lot of built-in function. You can use different function to perform the different tasks. For example, I wanna use square function. The square function have a built-in function in SQL Server. I just write the square keyword and assign the value, then we will be able to see the square result will appear on the message box. Let's check it. Alright, select keyword and square function parentheses. In this parenthesis I assign the value, for example 5, then we will be able to see if 25 value will appear in the message box. Select query and run the query. Alright, you can see here I wanna use I wanna display the message, column name, so I just write the S, enter the any name, multiple, I just write the multiple, execute. Right now I wanna change the value, for example 10. Right, this is a basically built-in function in SQL Server. Do you want to create your own function? You can do that. Let's check. Let's get started to create your own function in SQL Server. First of all, you need to write the create keyword and enter the another keyword function. Then you need to write the function name. For example, I write the addition. This is the function name. And you need to write the parentheses. In this parentheses, for example, I wanna create a addition function and pass I wanna pass the two values will compare, addition one value and two second value, then the message will appear on the value will appear on the message box. So I just write the two parameter @ sign and enter the any name, and then assign the type of the variable or parameter, and then use comma and I call another parameter and type integer because I wanna use addition. Right, then you need to write the returns keyword and type the keyword function integer. Then you need to write the as keyword and begin, and between begin and end you need to write the declare keyword, and I will make another parameter or variable and assign the type of the variable integer, and I use equal sign. I will create a function for addition, so I just call the one parameter like this and use addition sign and second parameter. Right, and then I just write the again return keyword and call the result. That's it. You have successfully made addition function. Select the query and run the query. Now I will call, this is my function, so what I can do guys, just write select statement and call DBO dot, your function name is addition, call the addition and enter the parentheses in this parenthesis I call 10 plus 10, will be able to see 20 will appear in the message box. Okay, now guys, you can see here, this is your own function. I use as, this is basically column name, this is a temporary column name. Okay, execute addition. Now do you want to create a basically multiple and division or another function, you can do that. For example, I copy the function queries and paste here and change the multiple. I just change the operator like multiple. Select the query and run the query. Then I call the another function multiple. Okay, now guys, you can see here, this is your second function. Now I will create another function, copy the query, paste here, division, and change the function name, and copy the function query to display the result. Okay, what is problem now guys? Copy it, paste. Okay, we need to call or run the query and then run this query. Okay, now we have successfully made 3 functions like addition, multiplication, division. Okay, now finally, do you want to delete the function? You need to write the just drop keyword and enter function keyword. Then you will be able to call any function name, then you will be able to delete the function. Okay, for example, I call the addition function, select query, run the query, then I can't run the addition function. Why? Because I have dropped the function. Now as you can see here, okay, just a minute. Okay guys, so I hope you are understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel for getting updates. Today I'm gonna teach you how you can create a user in SQL Server. This time you can see here, connect to SQL Server and pop-up box available on our screen, and here you can see many options appeared on the drop down menu. The first option is Windows authentication, means I'm able to log in or connect to SQL Server using Windows authentication mode, right? But do you want to make a user, I mean SQL Server authentication, you need to make a login username and password, then you are able to log in your personal username and password. So how you can create a username and password in SQL Server? The first step, you need to select the Windows authentication mode and connect to SQL Server, right? Then the next step, you need to go on the server, right click on it and go to the property and select the general tab, security tab, sorry, this is a security tab, and here you can see it, the server authentication mode appeared on the under the server authentication mode. The first option is Windows authentication mode, and second option is server and Windows authentication. You need to select second option, right, and then click OK. Okay, and then right click it and then restart the SQL Server. Okay, then you need to wait couple of seconds to restart the SQL Server. Then we will be able to create the username and assign the role of new user, right? We have successfully restarted the SQL Server. Here you can see the green sign appeared on the database, right? Then the next step, you need to go on security drop down menu, right click on the login folder, click to new login and select the second option, SQL Server Authentication, and enter the username as you want to enter the pop-up box or connect to SQL Server. For example, I write the username programmer, enter the password as you want to use. Okay, now the second thing, you need to uncheck the enforce password expiration. Okay, and then the next step, you need to go on server role. This is a basically default public. You need to select the system admin, right, and go to user mapping and select the database as you want to assign the database in new user. So I wanna assign the new user database SQL Server Training, like this. Okay, now you can see here many database role membership for SQL Server Training. Do you want to assign the role of this user? You can select anyone as you like, right? But I don't change it because I will assign this database for publicly. This user only use this database. Okay, now the next step, go to the secureable tab and search the database or server and select the third option and click to OK. Now this option, select this option, it means your server name and assign the server role. So I want to assign the role of the new user. This new user only use personal database, who can't use any other database. So I find the permission. Here you can see it, many permission available on here, and you can see it, view any database. This user view any database. So do you want to change the permission? You can do it, but I prefer you must be select the deny. This person only use personal database. This person cannot use any other database or view any other database, right? So you need to select deny. Do you want to use any other permission? You can do it. Okay, now this time I select the deny. Means programmer user only use the SQL Server database. Okay, programmer does not use these tutorials database. So we will try it. Okay, now after completing the whole process, you need to select OK. Now you need to right click it and stop. Okay, and then you need to disconnect the SQL Server connection and connect, and go to the Windows authentication to select SQL Server authentication and enter the username, enter the password, click to login or connect. This is a very simple process to create a user and assign the database in new user. So you can use this method to create a user and assign the user as well. Okay, now I think my password, I will check my password, so just a minute, because I have written the password in the username and SQL Server. I don't I think I use another database password, so wait.